Hi YouTube. This this video is basically for those of us who have served the nation in the military service, being the Army, Navy, Marine, Coast Guard, Air Force, and if you have been in a situation that you know that is wrong and the leadership have to have a head because they're stupid, and you expose their stupidity and their arrogance, I feel, we got kind of link. People in Vietnam had the problem, people in Korean War has a problem, people in the Panama invasion had the problem. I bet you don't even know how many GI got killed in Panama. And we don't even know as today how many Panamanians the Army and the Air Force killed. It's top secret because it was a mess on both sides. So now what I wanted to talk to you is the Captain Brett Crozier, Crozier, which is the captain of the aircraft carrier that it was pushed, deviated, sent to the last minute to Guam because of the skipper of the Theodore Roosevelt aircraft carrier. Well, his mission was not to go to Guam, but the Navy sent it to Guam because that was a hot potatoes that they did not want to deal with it. Okay, if you have not been in the military, you don't know stuff like that, but it happens. So here you got a captain. Hopefully have more than 20 years in the service. I haven't researched him, so he can retire and flip the bird at the Navy and the government and just walk with his retirement. He sent a four-letter newspaper, to a newspaper in San Francisco Chronicle, a four-page letter, detailing all the screw-ups. And it was fired by the acting, it's not even the secretary, acting secretary of the Navy, and now the secretary of the Navy is being criticized because that's a blunt, it's a retaliation because of the embarrassment. Now, this is what I want you to understand. We are in an emergency, and people at the top, especially political appointees, are worthless. Okay? They are worthless. They don't care about the people. They don't care about the masses. And they do stupid things. And here you go. Now the whole world is going to know how screwed up is the United States Navy. They cannot take care of the people. 100 confirmed sailors contaminated out of the 4,000 on the ship. So what do? You go to Guam, which is a little island. You dropped in the base. Then, actually, the Air Force base in Guam is bigger than the Navy. And what do? You forget about them? Tell me, what are you going to do? Guam is in the middle of nowhere. China is the closest one. Maybe the new commander or the XO is going to take over the ship and beg and talk to, under the channel, to the Chinese Navy commander and trying to get some help. Because the United States Navy is not going to help them. No way in heaven, no in hell. They're not. First of all, the embarrassment. How pathetic, piece of shit the leadership is. And we knew this because it doesn't take the tree from off the coast of the west coast of the U.S. to Guam. It takes a couple of days. It's now 4 days, I believe. How long does it take from from San Diego to Hawaii when Richard went? 5 days, 4 days. Somewhere between 4 to 6 days. I know. My producer's son was in the Navy, and they did an exercise, rim pack, I believe, so everybody meets in Hawaii and play war games. But this is what I want you to understand, guys, and then those who, they're stuck in the USA, what first, what the best? and you get this kind of stuff in the back. Oh, this is not a staff. This is more like a chop to your back, or machete, the Cuban style, the biggest one. Because look at what happened now. The commander gets sacked because he talked too much to the press. And he went to the press because the leadership in the Navy, the idiots up there, couldn't give him anything to help him. Okay? So he went to, hey, I had nothing else to do. As a commander, he worried about his soldier, like when I was a section general. You worry about your section, you worry about your group. If you're a squad leader, you worry about your squad. If you're a platoon sergeant, you worry about your platoon. If you are a smoke, you worry about your battery. Smoke meaning artillery, which is almost like not the first sergeant, but it's right below the first sergeant. Actually, in artillery unit, the first sergeant is never around. Smoke is senior enlisted guy in charge of the gun line. So, why do I bother you with this story about the Theodore Roosevelt leadership problem in the United States Navy? Because stuff like that happens, guys. Okay. This is why you see the New York Governor Cuomo, calling the shot like it is, and then you got a commander in Twitter trying to type down so reality. And a couple of days ago, I saw a comment by Governor Cuomo picking on the idiot that is in charge of FEMA. I told you, FEMA is a worthless institution. They think they think they can run the shit that they cannot even run on a mess line. Honestly, I told you because we saw here in Texas with the last idiot when Maria hit the coast of the Hurricane Maria hit the coast of the Texas. It was a mess. You know what happened in Puerto Rico, and there's still people defending FEMA. There's still today you got people defending the competence of FEMA. Gee. Okay, guys, I'm sorry that I give you this. What's the right word? My rant. But I want you to understand the leadership we have, they don't have it, okay? The Russians saying one of those Tupolev airplane is right below the biggest one that they made in Ukraine when Ukraine was part of the Soviet Union. That one has 6 engines, this one has 4. It's a little bit smaller. The younger sister, packed with medication and stuff. I know the president mentioned it, but as soon as the airplane landed and went to a little disembarking area, you had the airport police. 3 SUVs on the left, 3 SUVs on the right, and 2 idiots went right inside the tail with the ram falls back. And the whole world watching the video. And they're bringing supply that the New York and the U.S. needs badly. And you got the stupid cops, I don't know who was in command, surrounded the airplane. What that tells you about also security? Security for what? It's a commercial plane, it's a cargo plane. And these guys are civilians, they're not even military. We're going from bad to worse, guys. 6.6 million people in unemployment. 6.6 million. I know the personnel of the U.S. Treasury Department, they are working very hard with the system and computer, putting the money all over the states, all over the companies and banks because they need it. They got to do a lot of work to fix the economic mess that we have. But guys, watch about the leadership on top of you. Don't blindly trust anybody. That includes your own parents. Sometimes they don't know and they make wrong decisions. Double check them. Okay, I got my alcohol right here. Just to mention something that I have purchased myself because of the reading that I have done. Chlorine dioxide. Chlorine dioxide is used to purify water. I want you to research that. Chlorine dioxide is a scientist from Germany that is pushing this very hard. And if you don't believe me, go get the list of the list of all the countries and find Germany. in the list of countries with the coronavirus problem. In Germany, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Where is Germany? I don't even find Germany in the top 10. Okay, here it is. It is number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5. They have 80,641 cases. Total days 962. Total recovered close to 20,000. 60,504 active cases. 3,400 serious critical. So that tells you that they are doing something that nobody else is doing with the amount of people sick. 962 deaths out of 8,000. Nobody else got 3 digits. Everybody else got 4-digit number. Of Switzerland, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. Switzerland is the 9th country in the world with over 18,267 cases. 505 people expired. 4,000 recovered, 13,000 active cases. So you can see those two countries, the total deaths ratio in relation to the people contaminated are real low. And like I said before, these scientists, I think he's a chemist. It has a weird title. He's pushing for this chlorine dioxide a water purification deal that it has a component to take care of waterborne virus and all kind of stuff. Or out of my equipment, I have the Coleman water purification team, but the main ingredient is not chlorine dioxide. The main ingredient is tetraglycine hydro. Okay, something else I had to pronounce, but this is not the stuff that the German scientists are calling that is the best way to approach a virus. Okay, guys, I'm sorry for my behavior, but when I hear and I read so competent people how to destroy lives, especially the skipper, the commander, the captain of the Theodore Roosevelt, it bothers me to my core. And to think that I put 30 years in the army, I don't even know how the hell I'm still here without criminal records. Because I have seen some dumb people, especially in Germany when I was in the Fulda Gap. Okay, watch your distance. Don't go out if you don't have to. Take your alcohol, take your mask. Even if you have to do it manually, guys, you can make this. Okay, make your own. And look, it's 2 pieces of clothes with the little material inside and room in the middle to put coffee filters. So you have 3 protections for the virus. Okay, you now get your a chemical mask if you want 100% protection. Talk to you later. Bye.